now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier, Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Indianapolis.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Jets 14, Colts 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cohen. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Ball carrier, Justin Simmons on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. They try again with Cohen. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Jets 21, Colts 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. This is White on the screen. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Darnold. Screenplay, Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He hits White. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's White. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
Darnold now to throw. Rolling to his right. He's good. And got his man complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
We're going to sack. 47 is the mark.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Duke Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
His kick is
And this
good.
one through the uprights and good.
Score Jets 21, Colts 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Again, it's Cohen. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Colts pick it up. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pick.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is caught by Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Number 10.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, do you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Herbert. And he completes it to Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now Johnson. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Darnold now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Denzel Ward.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now it's Darnold. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They run the draw play. This is White. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Johnson now returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A huge play there in overtime. 67 yards on the ground.
6-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with White. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Final score, Colts.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Indianapolis, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.